I get asked this question a lot about what people can do to become better salespeople or better leaders. I also talk to a lot of small business owners who ask the question, how can I do this better? And I think the first question back to them, and it might seem a little harsh when I say this, but there's some truth behind it, is are you able and willing to put your ego and pride aside temporarily so that you can continue learning? In almost every environment that I've ever been in or taught in, the biggest thing or reason holding someone back from success is an inability to reach out and ask for help. Almost every organization or company that you work for will have some sort of scoreboard or metric system. In that metric system, you will be able to see at any point in time during the day or week or month what your ranking is, not just in comparison to your own goal and quota, but also in comparison to other people's goals and quota. Most sales environment will show you a leaderboard, and on that leaderboard, you'll know where you rank compared to everybody else. So if you know that you are one of the lower ranking people, and there is somebody who is one of the higher ranking people, what has prevented you from reaching out to that person and saying, hey, I could use your help? And I think the answer is ego and pride, right? If we know that somebody is doing something at a high level, or at least at a higher level than us, the only thing holding us back from seeking their guidance or feedback is that we don't like the idea that they are doing it better than us. It bothers us that somebody out there is working harder and or finding more success than we are. And if we are able to shed that ego, and really what it is kind of fear and a very negative self-narrative, if we are able to shed that pride and that ego and say, hey, you are doing this job really well, everybody can see that. In fact, the scoreboard has you at number 1. I am not at number 1, I am at number 20, 30, 40, or even lower. What would it take for the two of us to sit down together? Can I watch you work? Can I listen to you while you work? Will you watch me work? Will you help me with my process? Can we do a process where we shadow each other for a little while? Can I listen to your recorded calls? Almost every organization has recorded calls now. This is true not just for salespeople, but also for sales leaders. It's also very true for small business owners. Just as a hypothetical example, let's say you are a restaurant owner and you serve burritos. That just sounds right because I'm kind of hungry for one. Let's just say you serve burritos and you are not doing very well in terms of making and therefore selling burritos in your local community. But you look around and there are other burrito restaurants that are doing very, very well. So you have to wonder, what are they doing differently? But your self-narrative might force you to say things like, they have a better location than me, or they have better staff than me. They were able to hire smarter. And all of these things that you're telling yourself are just absolute lies, and your own mind is preventing you from being successful. This idea that they have a better location or hire smarter staff, that is not okay to think that way. What has prevented you as a small business owner from reaching out to that other burrito place and saying, hey, it's pretty obvious that you guys are doing well. Your reviews are great. You're listed in publications. I drove by your restaurant. There's a line out the door. I don't have a line outside of my door. So would you be so kind as to mentor me? And if you don't feel comfortable doing that with restaurants in your own area, then at the very least, go do it with restaurants in another area or another city. You are limitless in terms of the things you can do to go out and find help. The only limit is the one in your own mind. So if you are an individual contributor, an employee at a company, a salesperson at a company, a sales manager or a small business owner, and you are not finding success, there are tools available to you. The question is, will you swallow your pride long enough to go find them?